Hi, this is Brett from SRmoto and SoloRacer.com. And what we've got here is our 2024 Yamaha MT09 SP project bike. And today I wanted to do a quick video overview and demonstration for the New Rage Cycles Fender Eliminator kit for the 2024 and up Yamaha MT09 and MT09 SP. So I'll talk a little bit about this, kind of briefly go over the installation, and I'll do a demo of the turn signals and stuff. And then while I'm at it, I'll also talk about the New Rage Cycles, also sort of referred to as NRC, their front LED turn signals, also for the 2024 and up Yamaha MT09. So that's kind of what I'm going to do here today. And what I'll do, I'll put links in the video description down below to our online store where you will find all the different parts and accessories that we carry for the Yamaha MT09s, including this NRC Fender Eliminator kit and their front LED turn signals. I will also put a link in the video description for the project bike page on our website for this particular project bike, where we've kind of listed out all the different parts and accessories we've installed on it. Some more photos of the bike, a couple more videos and stuff like that. So once you're done watching the video, check that video description for all that info. Now this Fender Eliminator kit and the front turn signals will work on a 2024 and up Yamaha MT09 and MT09 SP. Now New Rage Cycles does also make the same products for a 2021 to 2023 Yamaha MT09, but they're slightly different than these. We do carry those in our online store as well, but the ones I'm going to talk about in this video are specifically for the 24 and up models, so just kind of keep that in mind. So let me first kind of turn on the ignition here and kind of show you what this stuff looks like. Now, this Fender Eliminator kit reuses the stock brake light, running light, and it's just going to basically give you new rear turn signals, new license plate mount, and a license plate light. So that's kind of what it looks like with just the brake light or the running light on. Now let me turn turn signals on here. And you'll notice the light on the dash will work normally. Now there's no relays or anything you need for this. It's all plug and play and everything, and it will flash normally just like your stock turn signals do. So that's kind of what the turn signals look like, and then you'll have the LED license plate light as well. Now, one thing I'll say about the license plate mount on this, normally what NRC does with their Fender Eliminator kits, they'll offer like what they call a standard or a tucked version, and that refers to the way the license plate is mounted. Like on a 21 to 23 model, they make a Fender Eliminator kit for that bike. It's available in two different models, standard or tucked. On the 24 and up, they're only doing this tucked version. And at least as of December 2024, when I'm filming this, I've kind of talked to them, emailed them back and forth about this, and they were only going to offer this tucked version, and they said there was some clearance issues trying to make a standard version, so that's all they're going to have supposedly for this bike. So that means your license plate is going to mount sort of tucked up underneath the rear fender. You're not going to get a standard license plate option like on some of their kits. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, when you initially install this, the license plate would be tucked right up against the fender liner here. We've sort of bent ours down some. I've been kind of playing around with different angles, but basically we did that because, you know, around here where I ride, I didn't really want to get hassled by the authorities if they couldn't see the plate very well. So I thought I'll just bend it down a little bit, you know, just to make it a little bit more visible. You can leave it tucked up if you want, but it's pretty easy to just kind of bend it down slightly. And I don't think there will be any issues with tire clearance or anything. It's not like that suspension is is being compressed all the way down. So that's kind of how we did it. And I think it looks really good. The turn signals look really good. And it just really cleans up the back end of the bike. Now, this is what comes off the bike. This is the stock license plate mount. The stock turn signals used to be mounted right here. We've removed those because we put those on another kit that I'll show you here in a second. You can see that's how it was mounted to the rear subframe. And then that's the kind of the big piece that hangs off the back. Now this probably weighs about 4 pounds, I'd say 4 or 5 pounds. It's mostly plastic, but it's, you know, it's got some metal. It's kind of heavy. So you're going to save a couple pounds. This NRC stuff couldn't weigh more than not even a pound. There's just not much to it. So you're going to save a little bit of weight, but you're obviously doing it to make the bike look better. It just cleans up the back end of the bike and just makes it look a lot better. So that's what the turn signals look like. Now, back to the license plate mount real quick. If you want more of a standard license plate mount, you know, instead of that tucked, here's another option. Before we put the NRC kit on, we had this Evotech Performance Fender Eliminator kit installed. We do sell this on our store as well. Now this kit is designed to kind of use the stock rear turn signals, although you can probably use aftermarkets with it as well. But this is going to give you more of a standard license plate look. So it would kind of, you know, be like this. Mounts up to the subframe and gives you that more kind of a traditional look. And I really like this kit. The one nice thing about it is all the wiring is internal. So here's the wiring for the turn signals and the license plate light. It's all kind of up underneath and you can't see any wiring once it's installed. So it almost kind of gives like an OEM style or appearance, but it's just a lot cleaner looking because it doesn't hang so far off the back of the bike. So if you want more of a traditional standard license plate mount, this Evotech is a nice option. I really like the way this looked, and it's a little more involved in the assembly of it because the way they did it to hide all the wiring, but once you get it together, it just bolts right up onto the back of the bike, just like this NRC kit. So keep that in mind, you know, if you want more of a standard license plate look. So that's what the turn signals look like. And then if you want to see what the emergency indicators look like, those will still work as well. And again, no resistors or anything needed. As far as the installation goes, I'm not going to go into detail about that. But what we did on the product page for this on our website, I've embedded the YouTube video from NRC's website, which goes through the installation process. It's really simple, you know, completely plug and play. The plugs on the turn signal wires and the license plate are already installed and they just plug right into the harness. So it's just super simple to install it. Okay, so that's the NRC Fender Eliminator kit. Now let me show you the front turn signals. So again, the light on the dash will work properly. And this is the NRC front LED turn signals. Now I really like these. These look so much better than the stock front turn signals. The one thing there's two things I didn't like about the stock front turn signals. One, they stuck out way too far. They're about, I'll show you a comparison here in a second, but they're about twice as long as these. Plus, the way they mounted in here, you could knock them loose and they would sort of hang down. And so they just didn't fit well, and I just didn't like the way they looked and stuff. These are much more solidly mounted. You're not going to knock these loose. But they're also much smaller. Here's the stock turn signal. So you can kind of see here the size difference, how much smaller they are. I just think they look so much better, don't stick out as far. And I sort of like the way they're angled back too on this bike, just the just the lines of the signal itself just look really good on this bike, which has a lot of angular features to it, like with the gas tank and stuff like that. So to me, these are going to be the best front turn signals to use. Now, they are completely plug and play, and the wiring is actually right up under here. So you just take this piece off, which I think is just 2 screws, and then they just plug right into the harness. You just pull the stock signals off, unplug them from the harness, mount these up here, and then plug them in, and you're done. It's that simple. Now, the one thing I will mention is these bikes come from the factory with running lights in the front. So your stock turn signals work as turn signals, and they're also on as running lights. I like that feature. I like the extra lights on the front of the bike. When going down the road, you're just more visible. When you install these, you're going to lose the running lights. These only work as turn signals. Now, I think we have a solution for that. We're going to try this here. We sell the 12 O'Clock Labs running light adapters, which is just a little module that mounts in line between the turn signals and the bike's wiring harness, and it basically makes them work both as running lights and turn signals. So we're going to install that on this bike and see if it works, and if we do, we'll put something up and start selling those. It's like a $39 option, so it's not expensive. Now what you'll have to do though is you'll have to essentially cut the wiring harness for these front turn signals in half and splice it in line. That little module goes in line, and so it's a little bit of work to do it, but not bad, and the running lights then should work in the front. So stay tuned for that. I think we're going to do that because I kind of want these to work as running lights. But as far as turn signals go, I think they look great. They're plenty bright, and they just look really good on the bike, and the fact that they're so easy to install is just an added bonus. So that's the NRC front LED turn signals, and no modules, relays or anything like that needed. Everything is just, the wiring is just all included and everything, and that's all you need to do. So if you have any questions about any of this stuff, leave a comment down below. Try to check the comments every once in a while, and I'll reply. We also have an email address, sales@soloracer.com. Email us. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of us. We try to respond to emails within 24 hours or so. So if you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to email us. And then check that video description once you're done watching the video, and check out the online store because we do carry quite a few parts and accessories for this bike. So I think that's about it for now. Again, it's Brett from SRmoto and SoloRacer.com, and the NRC Fender Eliminator kit and front LED turn signals for the 2024 and up Yamaha MT09 and MT09 SP. Thanks for watching.